Good morning, everyone. I am so excited that we get to join you again today and hope you have your drink with you, whether it's warm, whether it's cold, warm, cold. Um, but this is a show where we're real and raw, so we drink on site on set.
Yeah.
So anyway, today we're going to talk about resilience. Are you resilient? And there's a way to be resilient in so many different areas. So we want to just kind of talk to you and show you some of the ways and some of the ways to be more resilient and to be able to flow. Our Wednesday show is the Aging Experts, and it talks about pivoting and changing and doing something different in your life. And we're going to show you some ways to do that and some of the benefits, some of the features and benefits of having resilience and having options. So if you don't have options, tune your ears in because we're going to give you some. And I'm Carol Henderson. I have Life by Design, and I help you to circle up in life and be the best you can be. And on a side note, before I introduce my wonderful co-host, we are both international best-selling authors. We forgot to tell you that the other day, and it's all on gratitude. So if you need a gratitude tune-up, or if you need a daily devotional
Mhm.
about gratitude, buy our book.
Yeah.
You can get it on
On Amazon,
well, but on digital,
on
right?
digital, right,
How what is right now you can get it on sale
right.
on
It's like
digital.
$3.99.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
most people can afford that. And other people are in this book, and some of them are friends, some of them we don't know. But
And
it
some
is
are becoming friends.
yes,
I'm
yes,
reaching out to all of the other authors that I don't know. And it
yes.
has just been so fun to connect with them on LinkedIn or on Facebook. And so,
Mhm.
yeah, you
Yes.
never know how you're going to, and that's part of resilience.
And you
Uh,
may see some of them coming on our show, the
yeah,
Aging Experts.
so,
So
yeah.
anyway, this is my wonderful co-host, Miss Barbara Ellison. We do several things together, but then we do things totally apart. We're not joined at the hip, although some people think we are.
Yeah.
They go, "Wait, you don't even live near each other?" I mean, I'm in Texas, she's in Chicago, uh, but because of the modern technology, we do lots of stuff together, and we co-host things, we author books together. We have another one that we're going to be putting together, but we just haven't gotten around to it because we have been up to here. And you'll hear a couple of things that have impacted our schedule later in the show. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh,
Barbara,
yeah. So yeah, I'm Barbara Ellison, founder of Wellness Playroom for the best version of you. People always ask me so often, it's like, well, Wellness Playroom? Yeah, I mean, I'm on a mission to make happiness the norm rather than the exception. Because I truly believe that each and every one of us deserves to lead a happy, healthy, debt-free, and abundant life. The thing is, though, when I first started, so this is part of what I want to say about resilience. When I first started years and years and years ago, people looked at me and said, "You're never going to get anywhere with stuff on happiness. People are not going to get stuff on happiness." Well, let me tell you, the happiness movement they have realized is like, and it started back in like 2005. I've been doing some research on the founding of it, and it was a doctor. His name was Dr. Zilligman, and he was a college, and a well-known psychologist. And he said, "Why are people so not enjoying their lives?" And he kind of was thinking about it, thinking, well, you know what? Because we're only talking about the things that are going wrong, the negative things that are happening to them. And this is so, how can you possibly get over something if you're always talking about the negative things that are the negative things that have happened in the past, the negative things that are, and so you're consequently you are spiraling down. he said to himself, well, what if we could concentrate on positive things? What would be the difference? Well, he put together a group of other peers who said, well, let's find out. Let's do some research. Well, the research is overwhelming. And part of that is part of the stuff that I'm doing on is positive intelligence.
Mhm.
Let's get in touch with those negative voices in your head and teach you how to ignore them or teach you how to get rid of them altogether. Or, just to deal with them, not get rid of them altogether, because they're still going to come back, they're going to try to come back to bite you. However, we can teach you how to not listen to them.
When you said bite you, I thought buns of steel.
Buns of steel. Exactly. Exactly. And that's what we have, but it's in your brain.
Yeah.
Your brain knows how to get into to switch you out of survivor into creative and joy and peace and presence and knowing all of those things. So
Well, and
now,
to the talking about it and to
yeah,
focusing on the the good side, it says in the word, write the vision, make it plain. And that vision, when you have that vision, and I've thought vision boards for years. I thought, oh, it's in my head. It's in my head.
Mm.
And I am I lean to the more positive side already. But
Me too.
when you put it on the wall, you make a picture, you write the vision, make it plain, is what the word says.
Right.
But a vision typically is not written words, because if I say elephant, you don't see the word elephant, you see an elephant.
Right.
If I say pink flamingo, what pops into your head? And so find pictures. We need to do a whole class on vision board, because there are good ways and bad ways to do vision boards. And that may be coming up somewhere down the pike if we can just block out a little bit of time for it. But, if you can find pictures of what you want a new car. I didn't necessarily wanted one, but I wanted to earn one with a company. And it was a black BMW. And that was a thing that when you hit a certain rank, they would pay for a black BMW. They didn't care what it was as long as it was black and a BMW. I mean, it couldn't be a clunker, but then you don't see a lot of clunker BMWs on the road. And so consequently, I put one on my vision board. I had earned it in 32 days. So, and I mean, that's a step with any of the companies to get to their car program in 32 days. But I put it on the vision board. Consequently, I drove 3 different vision boards with that company. 3. I did 3 vision boards, 3 different BMWs with that company. And they drive great. I mean, they are wonderful cars, and I'm on the road a lot.
Right. And that's the thing, is that that's where resilience comes in, is doing the effort that it takes to win a BMW.
Yeah.
You just don't wake up one morning and say, gee, I'm going to win a BMW today. And it happens.
I've tried that, but
We've tried. Yeah, we all have. And the thing
is, the publisher house sweepstakes. I'm going to win the publisher.
Right. And that's what the other day we were talking about seed time and harvest. So often people want to plant one seed, example, buying a lottery ticket and taking the harvest. Well, that doesn't happen. It does happen. People do win lotteries. However, your chances of winning a lottery are.
And the more seeds you plant, the more harvest you'll have. So what kind of seed are you planting?
What kind?
You planting the negative seed that tends to come up a little easier?
Yeah.
Are you planting
And one of the things,
seed?
yeah, like I can remember people spending their whole paycheck on lottery tickets. And then of course not having money to pay their rent.
Oh.
On that chance that they would win the lottery.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, don't do that. Don't do that. that is a poverty mentality.
Mhm.
And that's part of where happiness and personal identity come in. Who are you being? Because happiness and personal identity those are the two sides, they're woven from the same fabric.
Right.
They have to be, because they're in you. However, go to the, like I'm a happiness girl. One time a friend of mine said, she said, well, Barb, what do you want from life? I said, you know what? I just want people to be happy. And she said, well, then that's your thing. And from that moment, and that was, oh yeah, 5 or 6 years ago, if not more.
And see, and
And
my answer to that
that's
would probably that I want people to be healthy and well and live out their lives fully to the
and fully,
very end. You
yeah,
know, and
exactly,
it hit me the other day, years ago. I was young, and one of the proverbs says she does not worry about the future for her family, da 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 da.
right,
That's Proverbs 31, if you want to look it up. But also in the word, it talks about that Moses was not dim of eye or halt of step. That
right,
meant he could stride it out and walk with the best of them. He could
right,
see off into the future, see off into the distance. I
yeah,
mean, miles and miles. And they lived in a hilly country, which gives you a little more mileage than here on the flat plain. So we've got about 5, 6 miles before we can't see anything. But and so I have said, I mean, I was in my early 20s when I started saying Moses was without the halt of step or dib of eye. And that, I'm going to live that way. Now, yes, I have glasses now, but I didn't wear glasses till about 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, no vision correction. And then I spent a year or so with cheaters and then got a prescription. But, you know, the wear and tear of life that we have now, car wrecks, things like that. I do need glasses correction right now, but it doesn't mean I'm not hoping to get back to the other. I mean,
mhm,
that's my prayer, is that I will be totally healed.
mhm,
And so, and it is possible. I've seen it happen. Um, but for my age to not have worn glasses until 3 or 4 years ago is pretty.
mhm,
The doctor told me years ago when I was young, he said, by about 40, you'll need glasses.
mhm.
Well, no.
Yeah,
So
right.
I've had,
And I'm going the opposite way. I only have to wear, these are just cheaters
right. Yeah.
for close-up computer work, and I don't wear my distance glasses anymore.
Yes, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
and
So,
that's part of, because I'm taking nutrition for my eyes.
yes, yes.
And so yeah, it's that it's a never ending, just a prophecy of the things that you do well, the things that you're positive about, the things that you're resilient about. All of those things will come back. You might not see it today, but you will see it tomorrow or the next day or next year.
Well, and in common terms, people say what you say is what you get.
Right.
And that is a way of saying that the words of your mouth today form your life tomorrow
Mhm.
or next year or in 10 years from now. And so
Yeah.
watch your words. And we talk about that a lot. Watch your words. Now, I will, on the nutrition, I've got a story and I want to get it in here before we run out of time. I was hosting a meeting the other day, Thursday night. And of course, this is Monday. So Thursday night, I was hosting a meeting, and because of the fires, a girl had brought a bunch of stuff for me to bring home to the fire victims. We are not a fire victim, but we have been helping the fire victims. Praise God, we were spared. Um, anyway, we were walking out to get it. And where we were walking out of, there was a step, like an 8 to 10 inch step down of a curb. Normally, you can step off a curb, not barely be watching, and just keep on going. And I turned my head to look at some people walking in to see if I needed to say hi to them. And I stepped that distance and lunged. You know how when you
Went too
when
far. It was too much, too big of a step.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you're lunging and you're trying to get your feet back under you, and it doesn't work sometimes. And literally, I hit on both knees hard, both knees at the same time, both wrists on the heel of my hand hard, and then on my elbows. I mean, to the point it was a concrete rather than blacktop, so I didn't get skinned up, but I had black and I had black. Didn't notice this till I got home, so I went through the whole meeting with black on me, but it was not noticeable because it was a darkish room. But I went to the chiropractor. One of the girls said, "Carol, you need to come get on the beamer. It's a another it's a machine." And she said, "You need to come by tomorrow and get on the beamer." And she said, "And you need to get in to see your chiropractor." Totally things I would tell somebody, but in the moment, I mean, I hit so hard that our Venom football team is housed at this hotel. And the lady ran out from the hostess desk and said, "Are you okay? Do I need to call an ambulance?" And I'm going, "No, no, just I'm fine." And I'm laying there on my back doing my legs like this because they hurt so bad. And two of the football players came up, "Ma'am, we can carry you anywhere you need to go." I'm going, "Don't touch me. Don't touch me." And stuff. So they stayed, and my friend was with me. They stayed and talked to me for a minute. Finally, I said, "Okay, you can get me up, but I'm going to stand." But I was wobbly and I was almost disoriented. I ended up getting nauseous. I mean, I hit hard. Well, the chiropractor the next day said, "It is a miracle you didn't break both kneecaps, both wrists, and both forearms." He said, "You hit hard and you have messed yourself up." And this chiropractor, usually when I'm through with my appointment, and I don't go often, but I go to stay in good condition. But anyway, he said, normally he'll say, "Well, when you need me, come back." Well, this time he said, "When are you going to be in town again?" Because it's a 45-mile drive. And I said, "Probably Wednesday." And he said, "You get in." I mean, and he was very firm. He says, you need some care here." So all of that to be said, what why do my friends fall and break things? Why
Mhm.
do they have to have knee replacements, hip replacements, be in a
Yeah.
wheelchair or bedridden? I've had several friends that have had that happen lately,
Yeah.
and or be, in the emergency room, under doctor care, whatever. And I got up and walked away. A little wobbly, but I did get up and walk away.
Yeah.
It's nutrition. I'm on a great collagen, which has the structure. I'm getting my minerals and vitamins. And
Yeah.
although I do have things like glasses that I haven't worked through yet, but to take a pounding of that magnitude to the bones,
Mhm.
bone on concrete, no less. I mean, there's no padding on your knees.
Right.
It's not
Exactly.
like falling on your backside and you've got a little padding there. This was bone on concrete. And to be able to walk away, I mean, that was God's grace and good nutrition. But
Right.
I totally believe that our bodies are meant to heal. And if you give your body the proper nutrition, it
Right.
will
And the
heal
tools.
itself because that's how God designed us. That's
Right.
how we are made. So that also that good nutrition, which Barbara and I are both doing this fabulous nutrition that is 10 years ahead of its time in Nobel Prize winning ingredients even.
Right. And
Uh,
technology and the
yeah, and
technology
the
itself.
technology. Yes, yes.
Just
And
amazing.
no one else has some of these things. There are good products out there, but nobody has it to this level. And I've
Right.
been in the nutrition and wellness space for 40 years.
You and me
And
both.
I've learned a lot. Yeah, Barbara has too. It's like we've learned a lot, we know a lot, but I've learned more with this company than I've ever learned in any company. And I've seen more results with this company for myself and others than I've seen in any other company. But that leads us to what y'all need. Y'all need nutrition, but how many of y'all are needing extra income? How many of y'all are needing a, 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 a remote thing that you can do in an hour a day that could bring in a 6-figure income.
Mhm.
And I have friends that have done that in
Yeah.
fairly short order to build, I mean, one girl I know worked with the airlines, and she had her lunch hour. She would take her lunch and eat it in the car and do business, because what we do can be done from anywhere.
Anywhere you have Wi-Fi. If you have
And on
Wi-Fi,
your
you can
phone.
do
Yeah,
business.
you don't, all you need is phone data even.
And
You
even
you
phone.
don't
Yeah.
even need Wi-Fi. Uh, and it's all done for you. So that's the cool thing. All your social media posts are a click away, and you don't have to do much of anything. It's really,
Mhm.
really cool. So put it, if you're interested in learning more, put us in the chat, or PM us. Sometimes it'll take a couple of days for us to to answer the PMs on this channel, simply because it does.
We're doing, because,
I won't make
we're doing
any
the do.
excuses.
We're
Yeah,
doing the do.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So um anyway, so that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to tell that story because it is so apropos to all the things that we
Yeah.
do and
And that we
say.
talk about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just showing resilience, getting up and giving yourself the tools to do it with.
yeah,
Because
if you don't
that's
have the
not just
tools.
right, just the tools. We talk about the nutritional tools, we talk about the mental tools, we talk about the spiritual tools. These are all tools that you can have in your tool belt, and you
Yeah,
have them because everything that you need is within you.
yeah. And think about it, when you're working on something,
Yeah,
to have a tool belt on where all your tools are handy,
yeah,
it's pretty nice.
pretty
It's
cool.
really pretty nice.
So
So
anyway, so that's what we're all about. So hey, welcome to the show. And we'll see you
that's
next
our
time.
prelude.
And that's our, yeah, well, we forgot to do that at the beginning. I forgot to do that. Welcome. Well, hi there. But thanks for listening. And so have a great week. So Carol, would do your little thing me.
Okay. Well, if you are watching us on Facebook, please click like and share, because that helps people to find out about us. Also, you can send it to your friends, and they can just click the link and it'll go right to it. If you're watching us on YouTube, which it doesn't always hit on Monday morning like this, because this we do, but a lot of times on YouTube, it may be afternoon, or even sometimes the next morning, because sometimes I get busy. But anyway, or I have been known to put it up and it not take and not realize it. So anyway, uh, that's just a mea culpa. But on YouTube, please click the thumbs up, because that'll affect the algorithms. Uh, Subscribe and ring the little bell. And that way, when we have something coming up, you'll get a little notification that, oh, at such and such time on so and so day, this is going to be a show. So please do that and tell your friends, because we love to share people. We want to help. And if you have anybody that has done a pivot, have them reach out to us for the coming on the show,
Aging
aging
expert.
experts.
Yeah.
Yes. And don't forget, we still have shows up on the Thursday morning, the Thoughtful Thursdays. We still have shows on there. Right now, we are not taping the ones where we have guests. We tape, but right now we're not taping any new shows of those. But if you haven't seen them all, go back and watch them, because we have people from all kinds of backgrounds and all kinds of ages, male, female, and that's the only two there are. Uh, and so anyway, thank you for coming on. We love you and we appreciate your viewership, and we hope that we make a difference in your lives. So have a wonderful week.
Bye,
Be
everybody.
motivated this Monday. Bye-bye.